ッドアライブファイターの皆さん、こんにちは。今日は、皆さんにお知らせがあります。来年2013年、デッドアライブ5は IGN プロリーグ、IPL ですね、のメジャートーナメントに正式に参戦することが決まりました。もともとデッドアライブ5は発売前のキャンペーンで IPL と一緒にデッドアライブの格闘シーンというものを盛り上げてきました。そこで強く感じたのが、彼らと一緒にこれからもデッドアライブを盛り上げていきたいというところです。で、実際にそれが決まり、世界中からのファイターたちが集う世界最大のトーナメントが実現することになり、私のかねてからの夢が一つ実現することになります。とても興奮しています。デッドアライブファイターの皆様、戦う準備はできていますか？ついにその時が来ましたので、日頃の練習の成果とその思いをぶつけ合ってください。 We are fighters。 ありがとうございます。 Thank you。
全世界のデッドアライブファイターの皆さん、おめでとうございます。これから皆さんにとってとてもエキサイティングな日々が始まります。我々は DOA プレイヤーの皆さんをこれからもバックアップしていきたいと思いますし、デッドアライブ5エンターテインメントをこれからもっと広げていきたいと思います。デッドアライブ5に関しましても、来年パッチを当てて機能拡張を予定していますので、楽しみにしててください。そして今日は全世界初公開の一つ新しい情報があります。こちらです。プレイステーションビータ向けのデッドアライブ5プラスというものを来年の早い時期にリリース予定です。新ハードでデッドアライブ5が展開しますので、新しいプレイヤーの皆さんも皆さんのコミュニティに参加してもらえると思いますし、ここに集まっているコアな皆さんは場所を問わず皆さんの腕を磨いてもらいたいというふうに思います。このタイトルの詳細については後日発表しますけども、デッドアライブ5プラスというタイトルに負けない魅力的なコンテンツを用意してますので、ぜひ楽しみにしててください。来年2013年から始動する IPL 大会、我々も期待していますし、皆さんの健闘を期待します。I'm a fighter. Let's fight.
Well, hello and welcome back to IPL 5 at the Cosmopolitan of Las Vegas. You're probably wondering where Cat Gunn and Alex Ostrowich-Levine are, and I hate to say I had to get rid of them. I'm sorry. I just wasn't really feeling what they were doing, so I had to kind of toss them over, and they're now players. That's right. You get a special treat. You get to see Kat and Alex playing head-to-head on our couch. You see, that's a really nice couch. I actually wish I had one of those in my house. But before we get to that, I want to do a quick recap of what we went over yesterday. Obviously, as you guys just saw, Dead or Alive is coming to the IGN Pro League. Their first event is going to be IPL 6. Make sure all you guys are ready for that. There are going to be community-run qualifiers, so I don't want to hear any excuses about, oh, there wasn't a tournament close to me. Oh, why is it in Las Vegas? It's so far away. We're going to have qualifiers. We're going to try to space those out across the country as best we can. So there should be one relatively close to you, if not IPL 6 itself. So make sure you guys can keep an eye on my Twitter at Dr. Dog, the IGN Pro League Twitter at IGN Pro League. Pretty much everywhere you get your normal DOA news from, keep an eye on those sites because we will absolutely be giving you more information in the coming weeks and months. Also, we're going to have international qualifiers. So all you guys have been talking about, that fabled, Japan versus USA versus Europe, that might just happen at IPL 6. So stay tuned for that. International players, definitely keep an eye on your upcoming majors because we might just be there with some extra pop bonuses and a flight and hotel for the winner. So, and as you also just saw, DOA 5 Plus is heading to the PlayStation Vita. So for all you handheld fans on your way to these community run qualifiers, on your way to IPL 6, you can now play and practice Dead or Alive 5. So, I'm sure really excited about that. I saw the Thanksgiving weekend deals for the PS Vita. Almost bought one myself, but, I'm not allowed to play any of the tournaments. I don't know what that's all about, but whatever. But I think we're going to go ahead and jump into the match. It's going to be a 1st to 10 between Alex and Kat. Alex is going to be playing Genfu. He actually spent the last 2 hours trying to unlock him, even though it only takes me about 15 minutes. But, Alex is kind of slow. Sorry, that's why he doesn't play instead of commentating. See, he knows. Look, he's smiling. He knows. Cash is sitting there like, well, whatever. Kat has been playing a little bit online, but she actually told me before the match she does not feel she needs to practice in order to actually beat Alex. So, and she normally plays on Xbox. She even said that the PlayStation pad doesn't feel good to her. She doesn't care because she's just going to steamroll him. So, those were her words. We're hopping into the match here. Kat is playing as Hayate. We're in the Temple of the Dragon stage. Now, one of the interesting notes about the DOA Summit was actually the ceiling damage that you saw on the official page on Team Ninja's site. But we don't have to worry about that anymore because we've been knocked out. We are now in the Sakura and Bloom stage. And, right now, this looks like Alex is kind of hesitant. It's almost like he's afraid. Kat putting on that pressure with Hayate. Now, you're probably going to see a lot of DOA for Hayate simply because Kat just has not had time to play. She's been practicing her commentary. She's been, studying up on DOA, but that doesn't necessarily include playing DOA. So, we've had her a little bit busy. Maybe we'll give her some extra time to play before IPL 6. That was a nice mid-kick counter, although you could definitely tell it was a little bit of a guess, but Hayate doesn't have that many launchers, so it wasn't necessarily a bad guess. Interesting interrupt there with Genfu's forward punch by Alex. And let's see what we can get. I wonder if we can get some game audio. I know I personally like game audio, but I'm not sure if we can get that here. So apparently we're not going to get some game audio, so I'll make the game audio. Oh, KO! That was kind of like Scott Pilgrim. Get ready, fight! That was my best impression of Hayate. I apologize to all the Hayate fans because I probably just upset every single one of them. But back to the match here. We've got Alex up 2-0 over Mystic's Hayate, playing a little bit of a spacing game. You can see Mystic using that little side twirl. That is an extremely evasive move, almost as evasive as the side step. It was toned down a little bit during development because it was a little bit more evasive in the alpha demo that was available. Now, Kat clearly just holding forward that last round really just doesn't like the Sakura and Bloom stage because she's clearly far superior to Alex in every way. That is going to be a 1-0, guys, just so you know. You see the 4-0 there. That is because Alex was trying to warm up a bit. He was really kind of, we don't want to call it cheating, but, like this is, I think, the first game of DOA Kat has played offline in several weeks. So I'm sure, number one, she has to get adjusted offline, no latency. And, right now we're in the ends of the earth stage, and every single attack that hits is going to be a counter hit stun. As you saw that low there initiated stun that it wouldn't normally initiate on normal hit. And Kat is now working that stun game. Also one of the focuses of the summit that took place recently. We'll have to see if there are any changes to that in the upcoming balance patch. I'm sure everybody's looking forward to that, myself included. Kat is trying to work a slow offensive game, definitely working that stun system, which is something that Hayate really has to do. He's one of the characters in DOA who is kind of forced to use that stun system, which it can work to his aid, but as you saw there, it definitely didn't work out for him as Alex went with a completely random high counter. There goes Kat extending the stun, trying to go for the throw in anticipation of another counter. Did not work. Kat clearly not looking very happy with Alex. Alex probably said something rude. He likes to do that. He talks a lot of trash when he plays. I was really surprised. Here I am being very polite to him, like, hey, have a good match, and he was just like, whatever, Dr. Dog, I'll beat you down. So I'll be playing him after Mystic. That's not gonna be on stream though, because you guys actually can't see me play. I'm way too good for that. Here's getting knocked off the Infinite Tier stage. There are 3 different levels on this stage, depending on which side of the glacier you knock the opponent off of. And Kat is now having a dominating round here. She's going to do a run-up throw, which is going to end that forward. Now she's talking trash, as you see there. She actually said, I just owned you. And I'm going to pause it because I don't feel that I need to play this game anymore with you because I feel that this round is just over. So Kat probably adjusting some of her settings, probably adjusting her side step setting actually, which that's one thing, Shimbori-san, if you're listening, can you move the sidestep selection to the controller configuration? Because I think that's what a lot of people have been asking for, so you don't have to go into 2 menus to customize your buttons. Everything else about the UI is really great. I like how a lot of it's set up, but just that one little thing would be an awesome change for us. And as we get back into the match, Kat is working that stun game, knocks Alex down to the second tier here. There is a partition right there behind the players in the background. Alex with that down back one. You should actually be seeing a lot of that on this stage because down back one, when his counter hit, has a really good stun for Ginfu. And on this ice stage, every single time that down back one hits, it's going to be that big stun. Kat clearly acknowledging that fact and hoping that Alex didn't hear it. I am in a soundproof booth many miles away from the action, so there's absolutely no way possible that players can hear me. And as we move into the match here, we are ticking down to 47 seconds. Now, the life standards in IPL 6 are probably going to be normal life settings. I know we've had a lot of discussion on the competitive forums about, should we play small life, should we play smallest life? A lot of the more casual players want to play largest life. I can tell you right now that we will be playing on normal life settings. I really feel that the game was balanced to be played on normal, so that's what we're going to play. Now, obviously, if we feel that normal isn't doing it, or if, Team Ninja feels like, hey, try small, then maybe we'll, but I don't see that happening. So I would recommend practicing on normal life settings. The time limit will be set to 60 seconds. I will probably do a first to 3 matches. I don't want to confirm that yet because we haven't finalized that portion of the rule set. But getting back into this match, which is really, this is just a preview of the grand finals of IPL 6. So getting back into this match, it looks like Alex is trying to work his way back, gets that high counter launching throw, drops the combo, almost like he doesn't know what he's doing, gets the parry, but doesn't get a follow-up. Now, Ginfu does not get a guaranteed follow-up off of his parry that's going to launch, but he can get a guaranteed hit that will stun, and then followed up with a mix-up, forcing Kat to go into a situation. Now, Kat mystified at why her 3 free plus kick whiffed, but it didn't matter because she recovered very quickly and was able to finish off that round. Now, as we can see here, Alex just kind of pushing buttons, hoping Kat kind of walks into his stuff, but Kat not gonna fall for him. That goes for the 3-3 throw. Changes positions. Nice sidestep, not able to capitalize off it though. Good counter. Let's see if she applies any pressure on Wake Up. Backs off now, and DOA backing off on Wake Up is not a bad idea because the Wake Up kicks have such priority that sometimes you just don't want to deal with that. So backing off is the best course of action. Now, that was also another topic of the Balance Summit, so we'll see what kind of changes are made when that Balance patch comes out. Hopefully, they'll drop some of the priority on that kick, but we'll see. That's going to tie it up at 1 round apiece here in this third game, excuse me, as Alex is up 2 games to none. And there is a launching throw. Actually, it feels so weird. There's no audio. I think I need to get back to. Okay, sorry about that. That's really not a very good rendition. And we've got a great there. As I'm sure Kat's controller just wasn't working for that round. And apparently Kat is saying that she can't dash, so I'm pretty sure Hayate does have a wind dash, so I don't know. Maybe it's because she's just used to the Xbox controller. In my opinion, the Xbox controller is very difficult to play fighting games on because of the way that the D-pad is made. It's a very good controller for FPS games, for third-person shooters, and things of that nature that are heavy on the analog stick. But on fighting games, where a lot of people prefer to play with the D-pad, I find difficulty using the Xbox controller. I know a lot of people agree with me, but Kat is not one of those. I just see Kat kind of upset with the controller. But that puts Alex up 3 games to none. Alex looking kind of bored. 2 games to none. I'm sorry, Alex correcting me. And Kat just looking derpy. There's that derp face from Kat. And there's me. There's my derp face. It's my normal face. Sorry. Getting back into the game, we are on the flow stage. This is a stage where Kira was first introduced in that trailer quite some time ago. That got a lot of players hyped. Looks like Alex is backing off, allowing Kat to get her wind dash down on that control. Looks like she has it down, and they are back into a competitive setting. Kat going with that low. Nice counter, but punished by Alex's high counter throw. He does get to combo up. Could have gotten a little bit more damage, but it's Alex, so this is what I expect. Tries to get that force tech. Kat tactfully techs out of it. Goes for that. Now you see Alex going for a lot of counters here. And Cat upset at the punish. Fixing her hair there, which is, you know, something that she likes to do in between rounds, is fix her hair. She really feels that with perfect hair, she will play the perfect game of Dead or Alive. I kind of disagree with that. And there is the critical burst. Let's see if he gets maximum damage. He, in fact, does with the wall hit. Backs away. I would have been applying a wall pressure there. Gets another wall hit. Does a proper combo. Could have probably gotten a little bit more damage than that. Goes for the down back punch. It hits on candidate for the stun. He goes for the throw. No go. The Cat definitely looking for a throw there, but was able to get the stun. Now applying some great pressure. And the lucky counter from Alex. He's smiling. He knows it's lucky. He knows it was lucky. He's like, I'm going to guess she's going to do a mid kick here. But that is one of the actual virtues of D-Relay, is that it actually appeals to a much wider audience than some of the other competitive fighting games, because it has a nice entry level where, you know, like each character doesn't have 400 moves. You know, it's not about having like really advanced movement. It's really just about knowing your character, knowing your opponent's character, and just being able to play and read your opponent. It's all about having great yomi, which is the Japanese word for reading, the Japanese word for anticipation. And that is a huge part of DOA, being able to read your opponent, being able to figure out what your opponent's going to do before they even know what they're going to do, and then reacting to it properly to maximize your damage or punishment. That's what DOA is all about, and that's what we saw Alex doing there in that match, and that's probably the reason why he's up at least 3 games to none now. I'm really not paying attention. And we are in the Warzone stage. This is where Bayman and Christie were first introduced to us in DOA 5. And there's Alex going for the critical burst combo. Cat trying to fight away back. Nice interrupt there with Hayate's forward punch. Gets the 3-3 throw. Nice evasion of the way. Goes for the throw. Alex luckily guesses it was going to be either the high or the throw and ducks under it. Now, Hayate does have 2 mid launchers. That was an actual really good counter by Cat, because if she had not countered, she probably would have been knocked into that barrel, which would have triggered the RPG and allowed Alex to take even more damage. Cat looking very strong in this round. Gets stunned, though. There's the critical burst. That is a mid punch in case Cat was wondering, so she could counter it next time. Goes into the power blow. Don't see many of those very often, simply because critical burst, it's something that you really have to kind of work for. I know a lot of US players were very happy with the critical burst at E3, but Team Ninja felt that it was a little bit too powerful. Toned it down, so a lot of the casual players really like it because it gives them the chance to get a power blow. The competitive players, they'll use it, but they'll also mix it up with a launcher at the end of their stun threshold game, and that kind of allows them to have a 50-50, or, you know, in some cases a 30-30-30. That gives the opponent very difficult guess, makes it very hard for them to perform yomi. Now, low counters immediately, which is actually what you should do in that situation, because that is a very, very long stun. So if you low counter as soon as you hit the ground, that limits the opponent's ability to counteract that and get a guaranteed attack. They still have a chance to do it, but it's much more difficult if you counter immediately, because you do recover from that counter somewhat immediately. And it sounds like Cat is laughing, so I'm going to guess that Alex apologized for being ugly. I'm sorry. Did I say that? I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I do like what he's wearing. He does look spiffy today. You know, he is one of my favorite DOA casters. I don't really know many DOA casters, but you know, casting by yourself is not very easy, so I'm going to pick up the other headset and just act like I'm talking to myself. So there it was, Brian. There's the gong bell. What do you think, Brian? Well, Brian, that was an awesome gong bell. I've never seen a gong bell like that ever before. And I'm just going to stop talking like that, because I'm sure you guys are sick of me talking and would just much rather watch the game being played. And looks like Alex has a dominating round here. He finishes off with Genfu's kick, which is a high attack. And, you know, that actually works a lot of times, because a lot of people, when they're stunned, they want to counter low or mid. And if they counter mid, obviously that high is going to hit. If they counter low, you might be in trouble, but given the recovery of a low counter, it really depends on what high attack you went with as to whether or not you'll be at disadvantage after that point. Cat with a nice command sidestep spin twirl thing there. Goes for the guard break. That is +7 on block, I believe. Double sit-down stuns into a critical burst for Alex. Knocking Cat to the ground. Trying to go for the tech setup. Cat does tech out of it, but is not able to get away from the follow-up attack, which is actually unsafe. If she had blocked, she could have gotten throw punishment off that. There are a lot of moves in DOA are not safe. Genfu is one of the characters that he has a few safe moves, but you really have to know what's safe. It's really all about character knowledge in this game. It's about understanding. He goes for the sit-down stun again. Now, if Cat were to counter mid-punch throughout that string, I think she'd find she's in a better situation here. Alex going for an attack that leaves him at severe disadvantage and then parrying after it. If Cat had thrown there, that would have been a high counter throw. I believe that is going to be 5-0? 5-0 for Alex. This is probably the point in time where Cat says, oh, I'm supposed to win a match. Okay, I guess. Because, you know, Cat is a real humanitarian. She really feels that, you know, Alex has low confidence as it is. And if Alex doesn't win 10-0, she's afraid of what the consequences are going to be. So, you know, she's trying to give the handicap, you know, that edge. You know, just like, you know, the handicap get to park up front at Walmart, she wants to make sure that, you know, her handicap co-commentator has the ability to get some wins here. Or I could just be mean to Cat, I guess. I don't know. But getting back to the match, we are at the bottom of the demo stage, actually. So a lot of people should be familiar with this area. It was the only stage available in the DOA 5 Alpha demo that was released late last year. Or no, I'm sorry, it was released with Ninja Gaiden 3 back in March. Excuse me. It's been a long day for me. Long weekend, actually, here at IPL 5. If you haven't tuned in, make sure you check out the StarCraft 2 and the LoL streams as well as Shoot Mania. There's $100,000 on the line for each one of those tournaments. Big money at stake. Hopefully, we can get somewhere near that with the fighting games. Haven't talked about prize pool yet, but, you know, I haven't seen an IPL that didn't have a huge prize pool. So, you know, you guys can kind of make some assumptions there. Also, I'm kind of looking forward to the PS Vita version of Dead or Alive 5. I'm more curious to see what Team Ninja is going to have, because it's DOA 5 Plus. And then, of course, the big question is, since they're having the PS Vita version, and they're calling it DOA 5 Plus, and Hayashi himself said that they'd be making additions to go along with that name, you've got to kind of wonder, are those additions going to come to the home consoles? And if they are they going to come in a patch? Like, are we going to get, like, a huge free patch, like all, you know, Super Street Fighter 4? Or is it going to be like, you know, we're going to see some of those changes make it to maybe a Dead or Alive 6? You really got to wonder, because, you know, I'm sure the PS Vita version will sell well, but, you know, I want to play my game on my 73-inch TV. And I want, you know, like, let's say they add Leon and Tengu, you know? I would kind of want to play them on my 73-inch TV. So hopefully that's not the only news to come out of Team Ninja. You know, a lot of people expected a Wii U port simply because of Ninja Gaiden 3 Razor's Edge. So maybe we'll see that for Dead or Alive in the future. Who knows? Whatever it is, I'm sure it will be awesome. And hopefully we will be able to keep it in IPL so we can keep the party going. Just like this match here on the rival stage. And Cat is using some jabs there, trying to gain the upper hand. Doesn't quite get it. But Smithy is just blocking now. Gets done. Another counter. Now, you notice a lot of Smithy's damage is coming off of counter holds. There was a throw. He's not quite going to get maximum damage. There, and finally the interrupt by Cat on that move. Gets the high counter throw. Let's see if she can use this momentum in her favor. Backs away. That might be smart there. She wants to take her time, make sure she pulls it out. Gets the whiff there, but was able to rebound with that counter throw, or excuse me, counter hold. But here comes the critical burst again. Now, I would really like to see Cat counter that mid-punch. Unfortunately, she does have to guess between countering that mid-punch or potentially getting thrown. So it's a very difficult situation for her because she doesn't want to get thrown with that high counter launcher, and she also doesn't want to take those double sit-down stuns into what is a guaranteed critical burst. So it's a difficult situation for her. Good throw punishment there by Cat. She's going to back away. We're going to see a little bit of spacing here. Kenfu's forward punch that is safe on block. So you can kind of toss that out there. You can't sidestep it though. We're actually not seeing a whole lot of sidesteps from Cat. Hayate has the regular command sidestep like everybody else. He also has the spin side, the little twirl sidestep. So I'd like to see a little bit more of that because Alex is being very linear. So I'm sure Cat might be able to take advantage of that. And apparently Cat is reading through my soundproof booth and said that he tracks everything. Not sure how she could have heard me. I mean, it's not like I'm, you know, 2 feet away from her or anything. So I really don't understand how that went. Cat clearly more interested in her hair than she is in, you know, winning matches. Because she, again, you know, she kind of feels, no. Or was that like three snaps back and a double snap forward? Yeah, I saw that. You were on camera trying to taunt me when I can't see. I've got eyes in the back of my head, even though you're kind of in front of me. But whatever. I shall be your opponent. Get ready, fight! Anyway, I'll stop that now. Cat going with the punches to extend the stun, but Genfu falls out of the stun there. Goes for the throw, switches sides. They're now on solid ground, which means you will not see stuns on every hit. The water acts just like the snow in the ends of the earth stage. Nice counter there by Mystic. Let's see if Mystic can pull off lose one game. I'd really like to see that. I know Mystic hasn't been playing this game much. She's been dealing with her professional gaming team, LT3, which is taking up a lot of her time when she's not doing stuff for the IGN Pro League. So she hasn't had a whole lot of time. And, you know, I even told her, yes, her nose is in the middle of her face there, as you saw her pointing at her nose. Kat has had a hard time figuring out where her nose is in the past, so I'm glad she figured that one out. And we've got Genfu here. Alex trying to put up some sort of defense, but Kat rushing down the offense has Alex down to about half-life now. Just below half-life, as you see, his red bar is, his health bar is flashing red, which means he can now use a power blow, being at just under 50% health. Now both characters are under 50% health, so let's see if we're going to see a power blow here coming out. They seem to be almost at a standstill. There's a high counter throw. Is it going to be enough to finish it? I don't think he's going to get the damage to finish it. He does it. Goes for his little setup up there, which actually you should be able to see the load coming. But again, Kat hasn't been playing very much, so I know she's been really busy. I know she's been wanting to play. Like she's been really looking forward to being able to travel to some DOA tournaments. Haven't been a whole lot. And we're actually hoping that DOA's inclusion in IPL will heat up the tournament scene. As we mentioned earlier, there will be community-run events serving as qualifier tournaments, so they will have pop bonuses, and the winners of those events will be flown out with a complimentary airfare and hotel to IPL 6 for Dead or Alive 5. Lots of money on the line. Hopefully get some international players here as well. It's going to be an awesome site, but you guys need to make sure that you come out and support it, because Tecmo Koei is, you know, you asked for Tecmo to support the competitive scene, and they came through with spades. So you guys need to make sure that you show up to these tournaments, show Tecmo Koei that you appreciate what they're doing. You know, tweet them at Team Ninja Studio, get on their Facebook page. You know, let them know you're happy about the fact that DOA is included in the IPL tournament series. You know, let them know, like, hey, we asked for this, we wanted it, you gave it to us, we're really happy, and we're going to show you by showing up to our tournaments, by tweeting you, by posting on your Facebook page. And, you know, even to send them emails. You know, I'll give you Tom's direct email. You know, I'll give you his personal cell phone number, so you can call him personally and say, hey, Tom, thanks for doing that. You know, or hey, Tom, Nerf had told me because she's broken. You know, whatever you guys want to tell Tom, you know, I'll make sure that you guys have his personal information. And if you want Alex's cell phone number, I'll give you that too, so you guys can go ahead. You know, the reason I'm looking over here, because I know you guys come back to me, you see me look over here, that's because my screen is right there. So I'm not like looking at some like, you know, creeper status or anything going on here. Was that it? Was that 10? Am I just not paying attention? Am I talking to myself? Am I talking too much? I talk a lot. That's 7. 7? Is that 7? I'm just going to peer over here. Yes. 7 to 4. Started 4. Yes, well, I don't get to see the little counter there. So we're back in the match here on the Dead or Alive stage, which is very similar to Arrival, except it has all those nifty graphics in the background. Kat off to a pretty good start here. Knocks Alex into the electrified ropes. Could this be Kat's match? Could this be the match that Kat's been waiting for? High counter throw, didn't quite get to the ropes for the electrified wall damage. Gets another high counter throw. She says, you want a counter? I'll give you a throw. Sorry, I just pounded my fist in the table. I get excited. There's the critical burst. We've seen that combo about 90 million times. And if I was an online player, I'd be like, oh my god, all you do is spam that one move, and you're so cheap. You're such a cheap player. Which, oddly enough, when I'm playing online, I like to taunt people, because they don't like to get taunted. You know, online players don't like to get hit on the ground. I've noticed that. Like, if the match is over, the round is over rather, you know, you can still move, and I like to hit them on the ground. They don't like that. They send nasty mail and stuff. I report people all the time. But getting back to the match here on the Dead or Alive stage, which is fitting for Dead or Alive, the I'm a Fighter slogan in the background. And it looks like Alex is going to take this round. He puts Kat in the text says, oh, and gets the Yomi counter there. Kat not understanding, why would you counter high? That's exactly how it's given that dirt face. That dirt face was a why would you counter high face. I'm sorry, that was, the Kat is correcting me. Again, you know, going through sound barriers in this, you know, mystified soundproof booth thing that I'm in right now. That looks like just a regular desk in the middle of a room. Actually, it's not. It's a very sophisticated cone of silence for all you Get Smart fans out there. That just showed my age, didn't it? Oh well. We've got Hayate's face in the background. Hopefully Kat can make Hayate proud. His nationality is Japanese. He uses the Mugen Tensei fighting style. That's probably wrong, actually. Mugen, they're moving too much. If you guys could move to the left a little bit so I can see, well, now I see Genfu. If you guys could just move that camera angle, like, you know, the fight's not important. I want to read what it says on the sign. But I guess I'll pay more attention to the match here. And if he gets Alex's tech there. Alex nodding his head in approval. Good job, Genfu. Starting off with that down 3+ kick. I don't know, that seemed kind of risky there. Cat working that stun game, gets Alex down to about 40%. Tries to go in, does get beat up by Genfu's forward punch. That move has ridiculous priority. Like, literally, it just seems like Genfu can be in the middle of a hurricane and forward punch just stops it. Goes for the standard juggle toggle. Once again, goes for that setup there on wake up. Cat with the run-up throw. Will she do it again? Goes for the wind dash. Alex tries to anticipate a counter instead of waiting for it. See, that's what shows you the offline players from the online players and the casual players. And Cat wins a round. It's amazing. That's going to do it for us, ladies and gentlemen. It was first to one as of that point. Cat wins it. She takes home $40 million. And yeah, I'm just kidding. It's not really over yet. But she has a bailing. Apparently she wins a bailing. And the bailing was flashing you. Because I didn't see any pants on the bailing. Yeah. So getting into the next match here. We are in the, what's the name of the stage? Fuel. There we go. We're in the bottom of the fuel stage. It's been a long weekend, ladies and gentlemen, so I'm a little bit tired. So pardon my singularity commentary. I'm just trying to keep it interesting, trying to lay some insight on you guys. Wow, Cat with counter there into the wall. Now they're by the dumpster. Now the tables have been turned. It's Cat's back into the wall. Let's see if Alex can capitalize. He does with the down 3+ kick. And Genfu just looking on you. You gotta imagine Genfu's arms must get tired because he always holds them in that same position. You just gotta imagine, like, you know, it's limp, but you know, it looks like he's tired. I don't know. I'm just glad Genfu's in the game, even though I don't really play him. It's nice to see him in the game. And I was going to go up 2 rounds to none right now in this 1st to 10 set. There's the high counter launching throw. Let's see if he gets max damage. He does not get maximum damage. Yeah, I'm beginning to think that Alex doesn't know Genfu's max damage juggle off of that launching throw. Cat trying to work her way out of this cornered situation. Alex trying to go for the throw. Now see, what should happen there is Alex should not go for the throw until he sees Mystic use a hold. Instead, he's trying to use his Yomi to run up and go for the throw before he's even seen it. And while that's an admirable attempt, he really should work on his reaction time. That's right, I'm talking out my butt. Not really, though. You know, Alex and I are really good friends. Kat and I are really good friends. I'm just going to give them a hard time because I want to play, and instead it's a commentator battle, and since I'm not a commentator, I don't get to play. And there goes another match. Cat yawns. Show us your tongue, Cat. Take out your tongue or something. I don't know. Your cat. Or a weird, awkward smile. That works, too. Alex, show us your tongue, and now it's at me. There's my tongue. See? There you go. Can you tell I'm running out of things to talk about? See, now... I tried to get some other people in the room to commentate with me, but apparently they were too cool for school. Too cool for gambling. We are in Las Vegas, Nevada, so gambling is a big thing here. We are at the Cosmopolitan of Las Vegas, one of the newest and nicest hotels on the Strip. If you're not here, then you're obviously square. Although I kind of hope that you're not here because that means you're at home watching this, which is even better. Well, for fighting games at least. But at IPL 6, it won't be. At IPL 6, we better see you here because it's going to be off the hook. If you thought Dead or Alive in Dallas, or Absolute Battle, whichever one you want to call it, was off the chain. If you thought Seasons Beatings was off the chain. If you think NEC going on right now is off the chain, wait till you see fighting games at IPL 6. Not that any of those events were, you know, not good, but you really need to see the production value on IPL to really appreciate it. And we do apologize for some of the stream difficulties we had earlier. You know, we had internet troubles in this room because it's not a room that we normally stream out of. And, you know, we're now giving you pre-recorded footage just so, you know, we're trying to make the stream as readily available for you as possible, which means, you know, we're not going to worry about the internet since it keeps going down. So we recorded all this for you in advance. You're seeing it on about a 20-minute delay. But, you know, it's really more of those, we wanted to get you some extra footage. We wanted to show DOA some love, which is why if you're seeing it today after the Capcom 20th anniversary stuff. You'll see it again tomorrow, maybe, if you're lucky. We'll see. We're going to try to get Justin Wong to play some DOA, so hopefully we can make that happen. Well, and that's going to be it for you. Alex does win 10-1, which basically, I'm pretty sure that 1 is the best number, right? Like, whoever's number 1 is best. And so since Kat did have 1 and Alex did not, I think that means that Kat wins. I don't know. I'm pretty sure that means that Kat wins because, Kat's number 1. It sounded like Kat said, "Let's play golf." I don't know. I'm in that soundproof booth. I don't know. So, but that's going to do it for us here at IPL 5 Saturday, day 3, actually, because we had VIP day on Thursday. I am Dr. Dog. That you just saw was Mystic and Smithy. And that's going to do it for us, guys. Tune back in tomorrow at noon where we will pick up where we left off with more Street Fighter 20th Anniversary coverage. And if you're lucky, you might just see some more DOA action as well. Thanks, guys, for tuning in. We'll see you later.